Okay, at the auction scene in this movie where dinosaurs were being released, my only one was hoping hear the Wilhelm scream sound effect. Hope I'm not the only one. It was a bit of a missed opportunity. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is the sequel to 2015's Jurassic World, and it's the fifth film in the Jurassic Park franchise. This one directed by J.A. Bayona, starring Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. The plot this time is that it takes place 3 years after the events of Jurassic World. Owen and Claire, once again played by Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, return to Isla Nublar to save the dinosaurs from being wiped out from a volcano. After that, they discover a conspiracy involving Owen's raptor, Blue. I was looking forward to this film. I enjoyed the first Jurassic World, which I did a review of this movie recently if you want to check it out, but I thought it was decent. Didn't think it was great. I liked some stuff in it, like Chris Pratt's performance and the action, but it did suffer from a lot of subplots and some really dumb moments. Since this film has a new director, J.A. Bayona, who I haven't seen his work, but after this movie I'm interested in checking out his filmography, so I was hoping, alright, new director, let's see if this movie could be an improvement over the first movie. Sadly, I was hearing some mixed reviews before going in to see this movie. Some people liked it, some people thought it was okay, and some people didn't like it, so some of the negative reviews did decrease my expectations a little bit, but still, I went in with an open mind, hoping to enjoy this movie, and maybe this could be a chance to be an improvement over Jurassic World, and I gotta say, I enjoyed Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I don't think it's great, nor is it as good as the first Jurassic Park since that movie is a masterpiece, but as a popcorn flick and summer entertainment, it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable popcorn flick and I had a fun time with this movie. Start off with the positives. First, the performances from Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are really good. Chris Pratt is as funny, likable, and charismatic and really good in the action scenes as always. And I did like his little relationship with Blue, and I thought it was well done in this movie. And happy to say, one improvement I can say over the first Jurassic World is Bryce Dallas Howard's performance has improved, and I thought her performance in Jurassic World was fine, but her performance in this movie, she gets a lot more to do in this movie, and I liked her in this movie. And also their chemistry is much better. They don't really bicker and argue as much as they did in the first Jurassic World, and I thought they had pretty good chemistry in this movie. And as in terms of direction, this film is much better directed. J.A. Bayona knows how to make some really intense scenes. The lighting he uses, the cinematography in this movie is great. He knows how to create suspense. It's really well done in this movie. And the action sequences are great. Starting off with a great opening sequence that just hooked me instantly. And the absolute standout action scene in this movie is the volcano scene, which was amazing. One of the best action scenes in the Jurassic Park franchise. It was heart-pounding and exhilarating. I absolutely love that scene. Easily the best scene in the movie. And also the climax is a ton of fun too. And there's a great mix of CGI effects and some more animatronic effects that were real done. Made the dinosaurs look a lot more realistic whenever the character was touching a dinosaur. And I really liked the effects in this movie. Great mix of CGI and animatronic effects. Both of them were really well done effects in this movie. And I loved the first half of this movie up until the volcano sequence, which was amazing. And I do agree with some of the reviews that have been saying that the second half wasn't as strong as the first half. I wouldn't say the second half was boring, just a little uninteresting, but I really enjoyed the first half of this movie. Got me hooked into it. I was really enjoying the action in the first half of this movie. And this is a well-paced movie. I was never really bored or wanting to check my watch. I was having a good time with this movie. Sadly, I do have some flaws with this movie. I will get to those right now. And like I said, the second half was not quite as strong as the first half of this movie, and we can find out what the villains' plan are, that they want to auction and sell these raptors, which is really silly. And speaking of the villains, they are my biggest problem with this movie. There are too many villains in this movie and none of them are interesting. They are just generic evil businessmen and their only motivation is just money. And also it was pretty obvious who was going to be a villain and who was going to be a traitor. And at the beginning of this movie, when Claire was meeting with, I already forgot the villain's name, and I just knew he was going to be the main villain. It was pretty obvious he was going to be the bad guy. And when Owen and Claire get to Isla Nublar, there's this military guy that they first meet, and I just thought, he's going to be a traitor, isn't he? Also, the humor, aside from Chris Pratt, who is as funny as always, humor in this movie doesn't really work. I wasn't really laughing that much in this movie. Most of the comedy in this movie was pretty weak, and most of it comes from this character, Franklin. Oh, I did not like this character at all. He was scared of everything. He was even scared to get on a plane, and he just kept like screaming, and it got so annoying. And in the second half of this movie, his character goes off to do something, and I actually forgot he was in this movie, and when they brought the character back, I was like, oh, I forgot he was in this movie. One final flaw, another dumb decision in these Jurassic World movies. There's a scene where military guy just sees the cage where the dinosaur villain, the Indoraptor, is in, and just goes in there just for a dumb reason, and that just made me roll my eyes, and just knowing what's gonna happen, just... But besides those problems, I enjoy Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It's a fun summer movie. It's not great, nor is it as good as the first Jurassic Park, but I can say it's an improvement over the first Jurassic World. And if you haven't seen this movie yet and if you want to, I'd say go check it out. It's an enjoyable movie. And despite that I think this is an improvement over Jurassic World, I'm still going to give it the same grade as I did for Jurassic World. 3 stars out of 5. It's an enjoyable summer movie, a little forgettable, but I had a fun time with this movie, and looking forward to see where things are going to go for Jurassic World 3. So what do you guys think of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Do you agree? Disagree with me? Let me know below. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.